industry.
Yeah, it does. Then I look at the stuff on Justice Insider. I don't know if you saw that thing about I think Trevor Whitman just did an interview with Brett Okamoto at ESPN, basically saying, like,
we aren't staying for capital fleeing. I sort of
find as that because he was going to hold out and retire if he didn't get a fight like this either.
Being said, there are times where, I think there'd be a lot of opportunities for Paddy to get a submission. So that's what makes it a compelling.
All right, this is completely out of control. Paddy the Body Pimblett just posted a message. Everyone's jaws on the floor. He mentioned his training partner, the one who beats him consistently during daily practice, is genuinely better than Justin Gaethje. Right, you heard that.
Nothing to do with me because I'm so awkward.
Paddy has been radiating pure confidence throughout every part of camp. Yet while that's fairly normal for Pimblett, he's truly taken it up a notch this time. He's essentially saying he feels a knockout coming when he finally fights Gaethje rather than pranks. He's speaking of this silence. Right there in his gut. This whole feeling isn't baseless though. It's founded on all the intense sessions he's completed with a partner he believes is a pure striking force, and that partner is Luke Riley. Riley truly impressed at the close of last year when he destroyed his foe with a stunning knockout in his UFC debut, finishing things up early in round 2. Pimblett was completely energized after seeing that performance play out. That enthusiasm plainly hasn't faded one bit as these two continue grinding together in the gym. In Pimblett's mind, all the times exchanging heavy punches with Riley have granted him this comfort and a sense of readiness for facing Gaethje that most people probably aren't expecting.
Justin Gaethje fan prior to any thought of fighting him?
I am a Justin Gaethje fan, I am.
Yeah.
And anyone who is an MMA fan and isn't a Justin Gaethje fan isn't an MMA fan. Like, I always say, he's your favourite fighter's favourite fighter. He's one of my favourite fighters, one of the best fighters that you can watch. And the fact that I'm now getting in there against him is...
Such immense certainty is logical from Pimblett's perspective. He genuinely thinks superior striking, both refined and technically robust, compared to the powerful opponent he's challenging for the interim title. Numerous practice bouts have completely convinced Pimblett that if he can perform well against Riley during drills, then he can translate that identical drive and outcome directly into the actual fight when the stakes are highest. He views Riley as an individual whose whole fighting persona was developed nearly exclusively through striking arts, and that deep history holds significant value for Pimblett. Consider this, Riley's fighting career truly began long ago in Thailand, where he immersed himself in the intricate realm of Muay Thai even as a youngster. Thus, while Gitsu primarily developed his formidable grappling skills throughout those vital initial periods, Riley was already fully absorbed in the boxing skills also. Pimblett very significant, and it completely explains why Riley moves so naturally smoothly. He's effective when on his feet. He feels certain that wider audiences will soon acknowledge Riley's top-tier striking in the years ahead. Pimblett's view is that Riley is charting his own rocket trajectory, except with brutal fists and elbows instead of slick grappling maneuvers.
In the mix for this fight, but I just feel like there's a lot of ulterior factors than just his recent win over Dan Hooker. I know he's a top contender, but there's a whole lot that he's done wrong before debut.
And lad, people are saying like older than that lad, he's 2 years older than Dan Hooker. Dan Hooker couldn't grapple a puck. Stuff his mark. You know what I mean? Okay, strong statements about Dan Hooker there. We're in fight mode here.
As the main event nears, much of the talk and expert analyses have centered intensely on Pimblett's formidable ground game. Many fans and specialists are dominant pressure as the critical component that could indeed tip this huge battle his way. Meanwhile, Justin Gaethje owns this. Looming above the whole confrontation, we're considering a person who's already tangled with legendary Fig. Gomedov, Dustin Poirier, and Max Holloway established a formidable standing as among the toughest, most experienced, and certainly most veteran lightweights of his generation. Despite that significant experience notwithstanding, Pimblett believes firmly his unorthodox and frequently surprising manner could pose considerable difficulties for Gaethje during camp. Pimblett describes his own method as ungainly and utterly unforeseen, whether he's grappling or striking, rather than employing conventional textbook takedown takedown efforts in typical grappling arrangements, he prefers attacking from odd angles and peculiar postures that are exceptionally difficult, perhaps even unfeasible to genuinely duplicate with training partners. That's why he believes it's virtually unfeasible for someone such as Gazzy to locate sparring partners capable of truly imitating his distinct style, which therefore creates this nearly legendary challenge that exclusive
That up for us. Justin Gaethje has good wrestling. He uses it very well defensively.
I don't wrestle like a normal person. I don't shoot tape double legs and single legs and wrestle like a normal person does. I do everything differently. I'm not normal. He's not going to be able to get a sparring partner in what grapples like me or strikes like me because I'm a weirdo.
He did call your style awkward, actually.
I'm honest, well, and I'm very awkward. You can't really get a sparring partner in to do me because I'm so awkward. I'm looking forward to fighting him. As I say, he's a legend. He's someone I've always loved watching. So to get the chance to actually get in the cage and fight with him is unbelievable. Like, I can't wait to have Justin Gaethje on my resume. It's going to be something that'll last forever, you know what I mean? It'll be part of my legacy.
Just a guess. It seems Data's crew has been putting in extra hours to ease him in. Distinctive rhythm and erratic movement styles. This isn't some minor adjustment. It's a truly concentrated, deliberate drive to narrow the difference in how they fight A's by striving to emulate Pimblett's unique style. They aim to remove that element of surprise. The very same surprise component Pimblett bases his whole strategy on and employs to control opponents in the cage. Even the planet's very top combatants require that specific level of careful readiness.
Don't get knocked out.
I'm a scouser. We don't get knocked out.
What do you say to that?
Yeah, we'll see. I will try to test that theory.
Have you allowed yourself to think ahead to once you win, if you get the win, Ilya?
Nope, I've said it before, I don't ever plan on being alive after the fight, so if that's how it ends, that's how it ends.
Although Pimbellet's been quite vocal and even lighthearted when speaking of this major conflict, Justin Gaethje has adopted a far more somber, deeply earnest stance. A foreboding air when he talks about the forthcoming fight. He's made it plain that he simply won't pull any punches in this contest. He's even mentioned he expects not to be upright when the last buzzer blares, which reveals all about the utterly committed, scorched earth approach that built his iconic career. Understand this clearly. The stakes involved here are truly enormous, with that coveted interim lightweight belt on the line at UFC 34 taking place in Las Vegas. The decision to establish an interim strap came about after the reigning champion, Ilia Topuria, withdrew from contention owing to deeply personal issues. But for Gates, this is not just another golden prize. This opportunity holds profound historical importance. A win in this spot would render him the inaugural fighter in UFC history to claim an interim championship that displays both his incredible durability at the highest tier and the strangely effortless shifts his famed journey has made.
Win for Justin Gaethje. We all know Justin Gaethje. I know personally his calf kick is devastating and changes the tide of every single fight. So on a guy like Paddy Pimblett, this might even be the size difference. Paddy is going to be damn near 200 pounds the night of the fight. I don't think it's going to be this drastic. Will's probably about, what, 220? On difference. But I think the keys to Justin.
What I most want Justin to be capable of is...
If you look, Paddy was doing a great job doing the calf kick against Mike Chandler. He was doing a great job kicking, so he's probably going to return it. But he's going to shut Paddy down and be able to nullify a lot of his attacks. You might start seeing him limp.
After that, Justin,
And I think he's cleaner on the inside.
Kick's going to be one of the key things to be the high-stakes headliner itself. It's clear that other top contenders within the lightweight class are analyzing this bout with great scrutiny, dissecting each element. Arman Tsarukyan, a formidable opponent in his own division, has already made it plain that he'd truly prefer Gaethje to emerge triumphant. He believes a Gaethje victory would establish a much path for him to secure his own championship chance. Tsarukyan has even indicated that Gaethje would be far more open to fighting him, while Pimblett might well try and evade, perhaps seeking out other adversaries instead. It's just a matter of playing chess in this shark-infested division.
Gaethje is fighting Paddy Pimblett coming up. Who do you favor?
I want Justin to beat Paddy. Yeah. Because that Justin, he's gonna fight with me, but Paddy, if Paddy wins, he's gonna try to avoid me and trying not to fight me because he's not man like
even Michael Chandler, who holds the unique background of having battled both of these incredible athletes, has given his expert take. Following his defeat by Pimblett in April 2025, Chandler confessed the Brit is surely more skilled than many individuals prefer to accept. Yet when picking a winner for this highly awaited contest, Chandler still picks Justin Gaethje quite heavily, noting his unrivaled experience. Incredibly complete skill set from Chandler's outlook. Gaethje offers a wholly distinct kind of task, a grueling ordeal that Pimblett just hasn't. Handler has even elevated his claim, stating Gaethje could possess the skills to eventually unify the lightweight titles by also defeating Ilja Topuria at a later stage. Yet simultaneously, he's not refrained from labeling Topuria conceivably the most skilled fighter. Intriguing, the trivial matter has grown. Gaethje versus Paddy. What's your view on how this unfolds? This year, with another layer of professional assessment, the legendary Urigia Faber echoed very similar thoughts on this high-stakes encounter. When he breaks, deeply relishes frantic battles, an unyielding fighter who's utterly strikes to ensure the win, yet he grants full praise to Pimblett's extremely risky grappling ability, a peril with the potential to conclude contests in a flash. Faber is assured that Gaethje's deep and elite collegiate wrestling background provides him all the vital tools to not simply last on the canvas, but also to cleverly steer the battle back standing where he's clearly strongest and can deal maximum damage. And Justin Gaethje, who's your pick for that match? I'm going with Gaethje. I feel like he's the guy who just loves to go in, and as for submissions, he's a grappler. I reckon Gaethje has the means to maintain it where he liked. The fighter, uniquely placed after having shared the cage with both men, has offered a truly distinct and compelling perspective worth contemplating. He stressed that motivation, that invisible drive, might ultimately prove to be the crucial element in this fight's outcome. From his considered opinion, Gaethje's intricate connection to interim titles, having won then relinquished one before, alongside his unmet title aspirations, could foster a particular weight of pressure and anticipation. On the other hand, Pimblett's unadulterated hunger for his first ever major title, that fierce fervent drive of an ascendant talent, might serve as a tremendously powerful impetus propelling him forward. While this fighter considers both Pimblett and Gaethje as beatable on any given night, he ultimately prefers the infectious vigor and relentless resolve of a hungry challenger ardently pursuing a momentous career shift.
Paddy's not bad. He's very beatable, and Gaethje's very beatable as well. But when it goes into the passion and how upsetting Justin Gaethje has always been about not getting that real title shot, and they just keep dangling it right there again, Paddy's in for a new treat, right? Paddy's the one that's never fought for a belt. He's going in there. He's going to be trying to, get that stuff. He's going to feel a little bit more pressure. He's going to have that little bit of excitedness, in my opinion.
As January 24th, the headline bout is fast approaching. The narrative surrounding this incredible fight continues to evolve and build momentum every single day. Pimblett's remarkably bold assertions concerning his training partner's striking prowess have truly introduced another captivating twist to what was already a deeply engaging and compelling storyline. Justin Gaethje's grim resolve and his grave, war-tested mindset form such a stark contrast with Pimblett's often jovial, yet equally confident personas, shaping a compelling clash of characters' lightweight division. Every contender is watching with keen focus, waiting to see who triumphs from this epic confrontation and who will ultimately chance to face Ilja Topuria when he makes a deeply significant return to the octagon. Regardless of events within that cage, the provisional lightweight championship bout at UFC 34 is certain to be an indelible confrontation of opposing methods, compelling personas, and intense aspirations that will assuredly make an enduring impression on the whole.